This is my presentation on the topic I chose, which was immigration reform, and basically if the laws for immigration were more lenient and less strict and easier for both the applicants and the government, if there would be less people immigrating illegally into the U.S. Basically, my point of view was if the laws were less strict, then more people would be able to apply, because not only are they harsh laws, but they're expensive, it's time consuming, and a lot of people are trying to find relief from a situation that's immediate, not years from the time they're applying. So what I was saying or thinking and what I researched was basically if the laws could be changed and made easier for everyone applying, they would be less likely to either come over illegally, or a lot of the times they're coming over legally, but they're extending their stay past their visa. They're overstaying it, which is then illegal, so now they're here illegally. So if the process was made easier, obviously they would be coming back, and it would be just, they would be basically more willing to apply legally if it wasn't as hard for them. Also, the cost of the process can be at the least like thousands of dollars up to like $10,000. And basically, for example, in Mexico right now, a typical male, let's say working a normal labor job, could basically be making $7 a day. If that puts in perspective how hard it would be for somebody to pay thousands of dollars for filing fees, for attorney fees, for anything that would help them get into their situation. So if it was made to be easier, then they would obviously, and cheaper, it would be easier for them to apply. Right now, a lot of the times they don't have the money to apply, and it makes it harder for them. Also, the time frame. Like I said, a lot of the times people are in situations where they need to provide for their family, they're running away for safety. They can't wait years and years for this, because you're going to go broke, you're going to be harmed, anything could happen within that time frame. And right now, people are waiting up to, the list could go up to 20 years. They only allow so many visas into the United States a year. So then the waiting list is created, people are waiting, and if you don't have sponsorship to bring you over, then it's even a longer process than if you had, say, a fiance or a family member that lived here that was willing to sponsor you. Not only are your sponsors having to basically sign for you and say all this, but all their paperwork, their financial information, it all gets taken into account to come over as well. So what my topic choice was, like I said, if this was all made easier, then less people would be willing to be in trouble, and would be easier for them to come over. They wouldn't be putting themselves in harm's way and know that they'd be punished if the process was an easier process for them. When deciding to come over, the families aren't trying to come over illegally to break the law because they don't care about the law. It's what's best for them and their families. So if the government made it easier for them and their families to come over, then they would be doing it that way. But the way that the process is right now, it makes it almost impossible to actually come over. For example, one of the women I interviewed, her husband and her, have been going through the process for almost 2 years now, and they're only almost halfway through it, I believe she said. They've spent almost $10,000 already filing paperwork and things like that. And she still has at least half the process to go for him to come back over. And that just, to me, is crazy. And that's why I feel like it needs to be more beneficial to everybody, but not only them, because this will be affecting the government as well. They want to lessen the amount of undocumented immigrants that are in the United States, so therefore if it was easier for people to come in, they would have less undocumented immigrants because everyone would be applying and being able to get in. I don't think that it should completely just be a free-for-all, let everybody who wants to come in. Obviously, there's still going to be background checks, there's going to still be security checks, things like that, but it just needs to be an easier process overall. And that's what I was trying to hope would come out of my research paper that I was writing, is to just kind of inform people that it's not as easy as people think it is when you're trying to come over. It's not like you can just fill out a paperwork and boom, you're here, and that's why people don't do it, and they're just ignoring, neglecting the law. It's a hard process that takes time, it takes money, takes effort, and a lot of people don't have things like that, especially if they're trying to come here to obtain things like this. So the point of it all was just to try and give you more knowledge on the information and on the topic, and hopefully you can better see why people feel the way they do. Thank you. Have a good night.